Yeah.
Shannon, were you surprised by LeBron's response?
No. Those two have really never had much of a relationship, and we can't. See, LeBron can't win. If LeBron has a relationship, everybody says LeBron is too friendly. He tries to be buddy-buddy with everybody. Michael Jordan didn't give a damn. He didn't try to be friendly with anyone. LeBron is not friendly. How can he not be friends with Kareem?
Okay, but that's different. They're not competing against each other.
Skip, did anybody ask Kareem, did he have a relationship with Wilt? Kareem and Wilt did not like each other. And nobody asked him this. And it wasn't even an issue that Kareem and Wilt did not have a relationship. Wasn't an issue. So why is it an issue now?
Okay,
why does
they were competing against each other.
When he broke, why does LeBron have to get along with everybody? Why does LeBron have to have a relationship with everybody? Why? He doesn't. And look, Kareem is his own person. LeBron is his own person. I think LeBron has been very complimentary of Kareem and said, hey, it'd be a huge honor to be, to be thought of in the same breath as Kareem. But they don't have a relationship. And Kareem has been very critical of LeBron in certain situations. He's backtracked on certain situations. I just don't see the issue because LeBron is looking at it like this, bro. You keep keep saying things behind my back, and I'm a firm believer. LeBron's like, look, Skip. I can't stop someone from talking behind my back, but I keep your ass from smiling in my face. You see, you doing all that talking behind my back and everything.
But he's doing it publicly.
And that's my thing. Yeah. So I'm doing this publicly. Mm-hmm. Does it mean anything, Kareem? No. Do I have a relationship? No. I did that publicly.
I have no relationship.
I have no relationship. Oof. Yeah, okay. So I did that publicly. So you know where I stand. I know where you stand. We're going to keep it moving, Skip. It is okay for great players not to have a relationship with former great players. What is this notion that all of a sudden LeBron has got to be chummy, buddy, and bow down to every great player that came before him? He doesn't have it.
Oh, but he usually will do that.
Okay, so now he didn't do that, so now it's a problem. The very thing that you criticize him for because he say he's too chummy. He wants to be buddy with everybody.
Okay, but that's with his current rivals, his contemporary rivals. That's what I'm talking about. So this has nothing to do with that.
So Jordan was chummy with people that came before him. No, he wasn't.
He paid homage. He respected.
He looked.
Okay.
Right. LeBron said he didn't get nothing about respect. Okay, he just said he doesn't have a relationship.
Okay, you're putting words in my mouth because I haven't even answered the question yet.
My thing is that he doesn't have a relationship. That doesn't mean he doesn't have respect. You can have respect for someone without having a relationship with said person.
Shannon, you're preempting with a strike that is unnecessary. I'm on LeBron's side in this because I do not love the way Kareem has criticized LeBron because
unnecessarily, I believe at points.
It just doesn't feel right to me, and his gripes are not worthy of public airing. It just doesn't seem fair to me. And in the biggest picture, it's a little sad to me because I'm going to knock on wood for him. If he stays healthy, he will fairly soon, mid-season, he's going to pass him as the all-time
leader.
This,
Skip? The criticism didn't come to like 2 years ago when LeBron's, because as long as he didn't think anybody was going to get that record, Kareem ain't say a damn word. Now, all of a sudden, he got so much to say.
Okay, I agree with that because there's one quote from last year where Kareem said, there's no envy here. Yeah, there has to be. And there's some threat being posed because I looked this up last night. Would you believe that, speaking of Wilt, that Kareem passed Wilt as the all-time leading scorer on April the 4th of 1989? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
84.
84, yeah. I couldn't read my writing. 1984. You're kidding me. That's a long time ago, and that's how long...
Almost 40 years.
Kareem has been able to live with, I'm the king of the world. I lead this whole league in scoring. And what's Kareem now, 75 years of age? So the point is, for more than half of his life, he's been able to say, I'm the greatest scorer in the history of this league. Well, that's a pretty heady life that you led, and all of a sudden, you're going to lose your cachet, right?
Skip, you and I both believe that Kareem doesn't get the proper fanfare credit that he deserves for being a great player as he was. He could always hang his hat on. Skip, he got 6 MVPs. And when we talk about the all-time great, Kareem never gets mentioned first. It's Jordan, it's LeBron, but it's never Kareem. Kareem, like, I got more points than anybody.
Yep.
I got the 3rd most rebounds. I got the most MVPs. I've won six titles, the same as Jordan. But when y'all talk about great players, I got the most points. Now, all of a sudden, Skip, he'll probably be even more diminished if he's not the number. Because what can you say, Skip? You're the number 2 scorer. Karl Malone, what was Karl Malone? I got the second most points in it. Nobody cares. You either won. Who got the most home runs? Who got the most rushing yards? The most passing yards? The most this, most that? So now Kareem started all of a sudden became very, very critical of LeBron when LeBron started getting closer and closer to that record. Because he didn't think anybody, Skip, for somebody to play as long as LeBron had and be at that peak 18 straight years of 25-plus points or more, he didn't think anybody's going to be that. Then all of a sudden, everything, it should be unbecoming of somebody of LeBron's caliber to say this and to do that. And yeah, come on, bro. Yep. Let the man pass the game and keep it moving.
Okay. Let me read some quotes from Kareem from about 9 months ago. He says of LeBron, I'm not throwing stones, but he should be embarrassed about some of the things he said and done. And I'm like, what? I'm a LeBron critic, and I don't say that about him off the court at all. He goes on to say it's about the COVID vaccine, and he's talking about, he criticized LeBron for, on a social media post, equating COVID-19 to the flu and the common cold.
Yeah, it was the Spider-Mans, and they say, is it the flu, is it the cold, is it the COVID?
But it's when he got busted, remember?
Right, and he didn't have COVID.
He didn't have COVID. Okay, so this is a low blow. And yet he's saying, well, while LeBron is a necessary and dynamic voice critical of police brutality against the black community, he needs to be the same necessary and dynamic advocate with vaccines, which could save thousands of black lives right now.
Skip,
I think
the vaccine.
He got it. This is an unfair cheap shot on the part of Kareem.
If LeBron had posted that and he didn't get the vaccine, I could agree with Kareem. But LeBron got the vaccine. LeBron was confused because he said, hold on, you said I got to miss a game. I'm in protocol. I didn't even have it. So what did I have? Was it the flu? Was it the common cold? It wasn't COVID.
That's
so he's like, what did I have? Why did I have to miss a game?
That is correct. Kareem concludes, some of the things that LeBron has done and said are really beneath him as far as I can see. When he's committed himself to a different take on everything, it's hard to figure out where he's standing. You got to check him out every time. And I'm thinking, on what? I don't know. Again, I'm as critical as they come when it comes to LeBron on the court. Off the court, you only hear me applaud. I don't know what's not to like.
Skip, it seems to me that Kareem is looking for things to try to find an opening where he can criticize LeBron. Whether you like or dislike, you criticize or not, Kareem, is going to happen. It's inevitable. You've had this record for longer than anybody. I don't know if anybody's had an NBA. I mean, well, Wilt's had the most points, Skip, for damn near 60-plus years. I think he set that record in 62. Might have been 62. If I'm not mistaken, it was 62. So he's had that record for 60 years. But Kareem, you've had the scoring record, the scoring title, the all-time leading scorer, probably longer than anybody. Because they didn't have it very long. They just started playing basketball in the mid-50s.
Yep.
So by the time Wilt was like 10 years in, Wilt had that record.
No doubt.
Wilt had it, and he only had it, so he got it in late 60s, early 70s. He only had it for 14 years.
Yep.
Kareem broke it in 84.
Okay, so here we are. We're on the verge of something great, not only for the NBA, but certainly for Laker Nation,
right,
because we have a LeBron, excuse me, as a Laker, about to pass one of the all-time great Lakers.
Right.
So it's in-house.
It's going to be very uncomfortable,
Okay.
Skip.
All right.
He passed that record, and Kareem is there. Skip, it's going to be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be.
There needs to be a mediation before he breaks this record. That's why Jeannie needs to get involved. Maybe Magic. Somebody needs to go to Kareem and say, Kareem, you got to make this right. We need to get you and LeBron
right
together. And the truth is, he needs to apologize for some of the things that he said. He needs to make peace with LeBron. And it's more LeBron didn't take him on. He
right
took on LeBron.
Right.
So there needs to be some intervention here by Jeannie / Magic.
Right.
Anybody else? I think those would be the two key figures here.
I agree.
To get Kareem, who's
maybe Adam Silver.
Maybe Adam Silver, because it's that big a deal.
Yeah, Skip, because Adam's going to be there.
Yes.
Adam Silver's going to be there. Skip, if I'm not mistaken, I think Walter Payton had passed by the time Emmett had broke the record. If I'm not mistaken, I almost think it was. But can you imagine Walter being critical of some of the things that Emmett has done and say, well, his running style. I mean, Emmett runs out of bounds. He didn't take the licks that I take, and he did this, and he took him 16, 17 years to break the record. It only took me this many years. Come on, bro. Bro, you had the record. Hey, my favorite record was mine until they got broken. It happens, Skip. You play. You broke somebody's record. Hell, Ozzie was on the field. He was my boss at the time, Skip, but he was on the field. Hey, boy, I'm proud of you.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Given where you came from, a 7th-round draft pick, and now you're the all-time leading for the tight end.
Yep.
Very congratulatory. Hey, if I'd have been, hey, Tony, congratulations, bro. Gates, Witten, any of these guys, come on,
I
man.
got it. When I saw LeBron, the video we just saw, what we heard him say, it was so chilly. No relationship. I have no relationship.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
And no thoughts either.
That's you can't have that.
Right.
It feels wrong. It smells wrong. It tastes wrong.
Yeah, you're not going to keep criticizing me and think. Because for the longest time, Skip, how many times have people said things about LeBron and LeBron just turned the other cheek? He just smiled. Yeah. What'd he say? Oh, okay. He just keeps turning the other cheek. And what happens is you keep turning the other cheek and people keep slapping the hell up at you. And LeBron says, no, you know what? Let me put a stop to this right now. No relationship. Have you given any thoughts? No, and no relationship.
Okay. Which is why this has to change. And I believe somebody will make it happen because Kareem is a very wise man.
Right.
And in the end, he tried to backtrack on one of these salvos that he unleashed in an interview.
Skip, somebody breaking your record doesn't change what you did. You did that. You got those MVPs. You were the all-time. I mean, somebody getting, 4 or 5, winning more Oscars than Denzel. That doesn't take away from Denzel's greatness.
No.
That doesn't take away from Kareem's greatness. Kareem, at one point in time, you were the all-time leading scorer. At some point in time, somebody had a record. If you played a sport, somebody had the record. Gretzky broke someone's record. Maybe Alexander Ovechkin's going to break his record, all-time goals. Okay, it happened. But can you imagine Gretzky talking about, man, but he ain't got any many Stanley Cups. I mean, the way he did it, he didn't do it like I did, and he didn't take a stand on this, and he didn't say, come on, man. Man, these guys, man, but y'all be taking these records. Is that what y'all are? Are y'all so caught up in these numbers and these records that you forget the human element and the relationship side of it, that you're willing to take a shot at somebody because they're about to pass you?
If Kareem had taken a legitimate shot, I'd say, well, okay, you got me, but these aren't legitimate to me. This is cheap shot. This is below the belt. This is just wrong. He's out of bounds with what he's saying.
Kareem started getting out of bounds when LeBron started getting real close to that record.
Correct. I agree.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.